Here we are for another episode. We're going to show you guys how to use a 3D model for commercial roofing estimating. So what we're doing here is just getting a good view of the building, getting an idea of what's going on. So that way we know about our transitions, our wall heights, our parapets, all that information. Just get a kind of a good feeling, are we going to have issues with like that gas line being behind the unit and then trying to do some of that flashing up behind that unit? It's probably going to be a pain. So this gives us that kind of field view and generality. And then what we're going to do next is we're actually going to go through here and we're going to start setting up our vertical measurements. So the horizontal is going to be coming in when we do a scale constraint into the ortho. But right now we're just verifying some of the field measurements that were taken. And we always want to do that. So I'd never recommend, not putting boots on the roof. Go up there, let your guy do his core cuts, let him do a takeoff, get his information, fly the drone. This isn't supposed to replace anybody. This is simply supposed to be another tool. Give the person more confidence, let them know that they're getting all the information. So that way, there's a process here and, bad days don't really have to happen and we're minimizing human error as much as possible. So next, we're going to be getting a nice long scale constraint here that we're going to use for the ortho, roof plan, roof drawing, whatever you want to call it. We're taking that 2D image, that map view, whether you used to use Google Earth, you didn't use Google Earth, you just drew it and hand drew out some measurements and then, just plotted some locations and just kind of gave a very vague map. This is going to let you be very detailed as you want to be. And it's also going to let you pull in more information when you do these estimates so that way you can get exactly what you need. So one thing to note here is that, we've got two different file type sizes. And if you notice, the file type, it's much, much larger with the TIFF versus the JPEG. And that's very important here because most softwares won't like a half gig image. So what I've done here is I've found a solution to downsample this image for you guys so you can use it in whatever software you need to. So whether that's RoofLogic, RoofCAD, Autodesk, Sketchfab, Java, Roof, Dataforma, what else is there? Centerpoint. There's a ton of softwares out there and it doesn't matter. This is just an image and I've downsampled it to about, less than 10 megabytes on average, and you're still not losing a ton of resolution. Is it as good? No, but that's why you still have the original and NERA in the system and you have the 3D models. What we also have in these 3D models is, a way to figure out what's going on here if I can't see. So as you see here, we've got a gas line that's actually running underneath the edge of another roof. And even in the 3D model, it's hard to see because it's tucked so tight against the building. I mean, we've got, inches there maybe, less than a foot for sure. And you can see the other unit up to the left there, it's got even more stuff. So what we're going to do here is just click on the model and it's going to show us the location of all these photos. What we're then going to do is just try to move around here with the cursor and we're going to try to get a better angle of this image so that way we can see, does the gas line run behind the unit or does it just stop at that unit and then come out on the other side? But as we can see here, it branches off, comes in and then keeps running down behind the unit on the back of the building. So then what you're able to do is now when you go into your estimate, you're able to pull these back up and you're actually able to draw exactly where your gas lines are, exactly where your curbs are, and you can just measure them because it's scaled properly just by measuring or drawing around the outsides of the curb. It's going to give you the lineal foot measurements and the scale foot measurements just like before. So this is very easy and very simple. It's just giving you a clearer picture overall to use versus, Google Earth. So you can barely tell that that's a unit. I can very clearly tell what type of unit that is. So this isn't going to do everything for you, but it's designed to help bridge that gap and solve a lot of issues.